of Muchuma. Samburu County is one of the areas most affected by climate change and the ravaging drought. Most families there can barely afford a meal a day, and that's getting more difficult with the drought. It is forcing more girls to drop out of school to help generate some income. Sheillah Kayaro was in Samburu County, where she found teenage girls who were out of school making charcoal to provide a meager income for their families.
In Partuk, Samburu County, rivers that once breathed life are dry. The land that produced bounty harvests of food to residents is now bare. Most of the families that relied on livestock for a living have only a few goats left after their cattle were wiped out by the drought. The ripple effects of climate change are evident and worsening day by day. Parents who are elderly, alcoholic, or disillusioned by poverty are finding it hard to provide for the family.
The community is just stressed up. The cost of living is very high. Just as you see, the parents are alcoholic.
The roles are changing. The girl child is the casualty. She drops out of school to provide for the family.
And charcoal, take it to the market, they sell, they buy unga, and then they bring back home.
In Kirisia Forest, the elephants are looking for water. Their tracks so evident. It is a big danger for the girls who are burning charcoal right here to sell instead of studying. They are between 15 and 17 years old. Their counterparts are in school. This girl is 17 years old. She dropped out of school at 13.
Lack of food that made me drop out of school. I was looking for charcoal when I became pregnant.
Her friends are also here, either expectant or with babies. In the business of burning charcoal, they met men who promised to help to provide for their families.
You find a man telling a girl, "Come, I give you food." In the process, the girl gets pregnant and drops out of school.
Education is a human right in Kenya. Article 53 of the Kenyan Constitution of 2010 states that every child has a right to free and compulsory basic education. Staying out of class to fend for their families and perform domestic duties is a violation of their right. But drought is a contributor to the girls staying away from class. Efforts to take children back to school have faced challenges, and that's only becoming more difficult as food crops and livestock have died. The principal, who sought anonymity in the county, says,
"We used the local administration as chiefs to bring some children back to school. Good enough, some came back, but others disappeared. But the number is there. Currently, 20 girls have dropped out of this school."
The Kenya National Bureau of Statistics of 2022 revealed that Samburu County is leading in teenage pregnancies at 50%. This has contributed to the high number of school dropouts among schoolgirls, exacerbated by child labor to provide income for the families. We sought the position of the Ministry of Education official in the county on the matter.
Kidogo, we had teenage mothers, we had also issues on pregnancies, but not so rampant the way the media reported the other day. We have, but not so rampant.
We have come across so many girls, and there are so many here. they have dropped out of school, and also for teenage mothers. There are hundreds and hundreds.
A report by the National Drought Management Authority of 2022 indicated that Samburu County was among the worst affected by school dropouts, with 64,818 children aged between 4 and 17 years dropping out of school. Data from the County Gender Sector Working Group in Samburu County revealed that this year 126 girls from several primary schools have dropped out of school. Mr. Koech has a different perspective.
So far there is no dropouts because of the food. Water is not a big challenge. So far we are not complaining. We have enough food.
According to Koech, the government distributed food in schools.
In the whole of Samburu, we have received around 12,600 bags of rice and beans.
But child rights defenders had this to say.
Hakuna chakula shule, hata nimetoka sasa shule sahi. Hakuna chakula ya kutosha shule.
There is no food in school. I've just come from one of the schools. Some are paying for food. I rescue children, I take them to school, but I was told there is no food. Children are paying for food.
But
I heard the governor say there is enough food for early childhood learners.
At Loika's primary school in Mararal.
The drought has been so much severe in Samburu County, and really in this school it has really affected most of the girls. But the government has also tried to bring some feeding program in this school, but we can see more is still needed, because most of the girls, this is the food which they feed on.
A few girls have gone back to school with the help of the area chief.
Kuanzia term ianze tumekuwa tukipeleka watoto shule, so
we have been taking children to school. So far we have taken 15. We have put measures to take children back to school.
The government under the Constituency Development Fund has been issuing bursaries to the needy children, but food is an issue.
Tuko na bursary ya county, tuko na pia
we have county bursaries. We also have CDF to help the needy students.
Ingawaje bado wazazi wanang'ang'ana.
Cases of girls dropping out of school due to drought in Samburu County is still a major challenge. Most of them are now expectant and others are teenage mothers. They are now venturing into alternative sources of income to fend for their families. If appropriate measures are not taken to take the girl back to school, she will still remain at home without education. Sheillah Kayaro Yogo reporting for KBC in Partuk, Samburu County.